Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday afternoon, June 10th, 2024, 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. And I'm so glad you could be here with me today. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we teach people how to currency trade using our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we teach you using personalized one-on-one coaching, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to get you to know what you need to know to trade successfully. And we are so confident that we can get you to trade successfully that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split the profit. So it's a win for you, it's a win for us. It aligns our interests, and it's sort of a guarantee because we don't want you losing our money. And we are confident that this works, that we are relatively sure that won't happen. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has for us.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that we do is we, with the personalized training, is that we do these live trade sessions. I do 3 a week. The one we're doing this afternoon, and then one tomorrow morning at 6:30 and Thursday morning at 6:30. And I also send out daily trade setups at around 4:15 for an overnight trade that I take. But once you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Most evenings at 6 p.m. And then we also have some other sessions on top of that. When you get to see a experienced trader use the indicators, it does a couple things. One, it gives you confidence that the system works because you see somebody who's able to trade successfully with it. Two, it becomes a learning moment for you because, as you'll see, I'll explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if you hear me do it a few times, you're going to be able to pick it up and copy it. So, and you'll notice we have multiple training sessions, back to the basics, advanced training, applying the indicators. So we do a lot of training, and we're always doing the training. And anybody who's good at things has a coach and continues to take advice from that coach so they keep their game sharp. So that's part of our focus. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps keep me focused. Every day I do like to restart my green charts, keeps the memory fast, picks up any updates, and probably every 3 or 4 days I reboot the computer just to keep that going. I found one of the key traits to getting better as a trader is to actually spend some time going back and studying the trades that didn't go the way you wanted to, and trying to understand why they might not have done that. And with our simulator, in addition to letting you become a great back tester, back testers when we go back in time and then just like run through time quickly, where we can look for setups and become very, very confident that when I see this happens. It also is good on going back and analyzing, well, why didn't this go the way I wanted? Now, sometimes you do everything right and the market just goes the other way. But more often than not, there's a mistake involved. And if you can identify that mistake and put it in your toolbox, you won't continue to make it. Making less mistakes increases your accuracy rate. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting where the market's going. News impacts currency prices. So even though we're not trading on news, we want to know when news is supposed to happen so that we can trade around it. And the best place to find that is Forex Factory, or the place I like to find it is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 items: yellow, which is a low impact. I tend to ignore those. Orange, which is a medium impact. I tend to ignore those, but if you want to pay attention to them, you can. And red, which is high impact. Those are things I want to trade around. And right now, any trade that we take right now will be done well before 2 a.m. this morning. So we don't need to worry about this. So we've got kind of open sailing. The trade that I'm going to do for you this afternoon is something called the 10-point trade signal. When we coach you, we are going to create a customized trade plan for you. There's maybe a dozen different signals. This is the one that I like to trade with. It suits my personality, suits my risk preference, and we'll come up with one that matches your availability to trade and your kind of risk profile. I like to trade off of a 1-hour chart. But you could use this signal off of a 30-minute chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart. I like to be about halfway into the chart when we're executing the trade. That gives the indicator kind of a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere between 5 and 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm doing terrific. And I'm expecting to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. So on a 1-hour chart, I'm expecting the trade to close within an hour to make its move. And what we're trying to do here simply is each of the 3 sections of the chart measure something different. If I get agreement in all 3 sections, that's a high probability trade that the trade's going to do what I expect it to do. So that's what I'm looking for. So with that little overview, let's go through and see what we have tonight. The chart I am going to trade off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. Excuse me a second here. Excuse me. You know what? I've got the fan on and it's a little cold. Let me just turn it off. Sorry about that. So the Light 6 Major, it's a composite chart. It's going to show me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I am going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is we call this the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where we are overbought. So the lines are up above the blue line, and I want them pointing down. So right now we're overbought and it's pointing up. Can I make 10, 11 pips when we're overbought and the lines are going up? Yes, I can. Just not part of my trade plan. I want to catch it up here and going down. Or when we're oversold, you can look over here, oversold, and the lines are going up. So had I caught this, oops, I didn't want that. Caught this down here and wrote it up here, 27 pips, 28 pips. So we would have gotten it on that first hour, but over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, almost 30 pips. So I'm looking for it down here, everybody going up, and I want to ride it through the channel. So here on the Australian USD, we are overbought and the lines are going up. So not what I want. I don't need to look at anything else. I just go to the next one. Overbought. Everybody's still going up, so nothing there. Pound USD overbought. The majors have turned, but the minors haven't. The majors are coming down, but the minors aren't. I want agreement. I want both the majors and minors all going in the same direction. Dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. There are 3 things I'm looking for. 1, that we're oversold, which we are. 2, that all the lines are going up, which they are. And 3, I want this double cross where the green line's over the top of the red and the gray line is over the top of the black. For me, I also want the green line to have a slope of more than 45 degrees. So 90 degrees is kind of a right angle. 45 degrees is half of a right angle. So I want the slope to be higher than that. We don't have that here. So since we don't have that here, I'm going to pass. And I'm going to keep looking and see if we find something better. But I really want a better slope on this. I also like that the lines are entering the channel. But I'm not going to continue to the next part of the analysis because I don't like the slope of the line and I want to see if we can find something where we can make some money. Dollar Swiss franc, we got this agreement between the majors and minors. Dollar yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. And we've got the double cross. The red line's crossed over and the black line's crossed over. Here we do have good steepness on the green line. That's better than 45 degrees. The lines are all clustered. That's a plus. The green line's about ready to enter the channel. That's a plus. So I like this setup. When I like the setup here, I am going to jump up to the TNTs. 4 different lines up here. The thick orange and thin orange, the thick blue and the dotted blue. I want to count how many of these lines support what I'm seeing here. Thick orange is going down, thin orange is going down. So the 2 orange lines are supporting sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means sell. So the dotted blue is going up. That's telling me sell. 3 of the 4 are supporting this. So that's the second part of the test. Third part of the test is I want the pressure to be going down. So I want both of these lines sloped down. Both of these lines are sloped up. So I do not have the pressure supporting what I'm seeing here. I can also, it counts as a point down here if the red line is on top, like it is over here. Red line's on top, red line's on top. But here, green line's on top. The up pressure isn't that strong, but it's not down pressure. So we're going to pass. So I've cloned this chart, and I am going to just keep walking through other pairs. These are non-USD pairs. So euro pound overbought, majors going up, minors kind of sideways. Australian dollar yen overbought. Majors are starting to roll, minors are still going up. Euro, Canadian dollar overbought, everybody's still going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, everybody's going up. We were oversold. Greens on top, grays on top, but the slope on my green line is terrible, less than 45 degrees. I also don't like it when we get a change in slope where we're going from more steep here to less steep here. So we'll pass. Pound yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. So I've got my 3 points. Slope on the green line's okay. It's better than 45 degrees. I do not like that the green line is so far away from here, from the blue line, from entering the channel. I don't like that we've been hanging out overbought for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. But we do have the signal, so I'm going to jump up here. Thick orange line coming down, supporting the sell. Thin orange line coming down, supporting the sell. Thick blue going up. Remember, blues are inversely related, so that supports a sell. Jumping down to my pressure. So I got 3 of the 4. I need 3 of the 4 here. Jumping down to my pressure. I've got up pressure, and it does look like the red line's on top. Up pressure, and the red line is on top. So I like that. It is approaching morning time in Japan, which is good. I want at least one of the pairs to be trading in morning. Right now it is, almost 9 o'clock in England. So the English traders are at the pub playing darts. Japanese traders are, taking a shower, getting ready to go to work. So this is a good prospect. So when I see a setup that I like, I want to confirm it. And I am going to confirm it by looking at a full chart. So pound yen is one that I do trade. So this is what we were just looking at. So I'm going to look at other time periods, the longer time periods, and see what they're telling me. So we're overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, 3 of the 4, reds crossed over on the top of there. I want to see on the 2-hour chart and on the 4-hour chart that we're overbought. They don't necessarily have to be going down, but I want to be overbought. So on the 2-hour, we're overbought. Minors have already started to turn. The majors are sideways, starting to turn. So we're overbought. 4-hour, overbought. Reason I want us to be overbought on the 2 and the 4-hour is if for some reason this weakens, I'll still pick up the trade off of the 2 or the 4-hour because it'll eventually turn. So if we're overbought here, at some point, these lines are going to start going down. So it just means rather than closing within 1 to 3 hours, it might take 2 to 12 hours. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a trade take longer to close than lose the trade. So I've got my my support. Now the question is, what's the trade worth? And on this trade, I need to figure that out. So to figure that out, I am going to just look at just the candles on here. So I am going to crunch up my chart a little bit. since I trade this, I've got support and resistance lines already drawn on here. I'm going to add a couple new because we're up in some new territory here. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And let me just, you can see it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped over here, stopped over here. So that's going to become the boundary of which I trade within. And these on a 1 hour chart tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. So again, stops in here, stops in here, stops in here, over here. I'm going to add one more up here. Actually, I'm going to add one more down here since we're looking at it. Stops like right in here, over here, over here, over here. Let's save this. And I'm going to open this back up now. We have been trading the last month, maybe even longer than the last month, a month and a half. The pound yen has been going in one direction. I want to know what the trend is because that's going to impact how many pips I want to take. So if I'm trading against the trend, I'm going to take less pips. So the last month was going up. About a week ago, we started going sideways. This is kind of sideways. So I'm going to err on the caution side and say that we're trading into an uptrend because that's where it was the last time it was trending. I'm going to open this back up so I can see it a little better. And so here, the one line's at 199.623. And then we're going up to 200.03. So that's about 40 pips. It's about 40 pips. So then I want to know how much distance do I have to the line, because these lines are going to become my my limits. I'm going to trade within that channel. So going down, I've got 30 pips. So going back the other direction, it should be about 10 pips. $12 pips up. So 30 pips down, 12 pips up. Now I'm just, this trade takes a little thinking about. And then how about just go down to here. That's 14 pips. 14 pips. Let's go back and look at the oh, gosh darn it. 14 pips. Let's just look at the signal one more time. All right, we're going to take a sell on the pound yen for 14 pips. So you can take that in your simulator, or if you are using MetaTrader 4, open up pound yen on the 1 hour chart. I'm going to go ahead and click new order. This is a demo account. It's got 12,000 in it. My lot size, I am going to move this decimal place over 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.22 will be my lot size. 1.22. I can take anywhere from half of that, which would be 0.6 to 0.24. I'm going to keep it here because I'm going to take the overnight trade in just a few minutes off the demo account also. So I want to leave enough margin leverage there that we can do that. So we are going to take a sell. It records it. I am going to go to modify, right click and go to modify. And what do we say? We said 14 pips. 14 pips is equal to 140 points. I just add an extra 0. If I click this little blue button, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So if it was 15 times 3, that'd be 45. So 45 minus 3 is going to be 42. So 42, add a 0 to convert pips to points, and click modify. And I am, let me just take one more look here. Oops. I might move this a little bit further out, just a little bit up to here, to put it beyond that, put it beyond there, because I don't want to get stopped out, even though it's traded up here. When I trade alone, my risk preference is such that I don't want to get stopped out. So I will go 2 support and resistances away versus just the 3-to-1 to prevent getting stopped out. And during the day when I'm watching it, I may hedge when we get about 10, 12 pips out of the money. So we took a sell on the Great Britain pound JPY for 14 pips with a take profit of 199.766, 199.766, and a stop loss of 200.465. 200.465. And we will expect this to close between 6 and 9 p.m. Between 6 and 9 p.m. I don't think we'll get it before. I don't think we'll get the move before 5 p.m. when the new day starts, and then 5 to 6 p.m. It's kind of a dead time because that's when the brokers are settling their accounts. So they increase the spread, so it's not good to trade then. All right, so we took a sell on the Great Britain pound yen, take profit of 199.766, 199.766, stop loss of 200.465, and we're expecting it to close between 6 and 9 tonight. Join me again tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m., and we will take another live trade and we'll review what happened here. I am signing off now to do my analysis for the overnight trade, and if you're on the list that gets that overnight trade, you will receive it. You'll receive it shortly. All right, thanks so much. Have a terrific evening. If you want to learn to trade, best way to do that is find somebody who's good at it. I believe we are, and I am. And see if you can get them to teach you, and we will. So, and as I said, we're so sure that we can make this work for you. We'll let you trade with company funds and split what you make. All right, gang, thanks so much, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Bye-bye.